certainly that time of the year, the transactions. You guys add Lane Loomer to the lineup. Tell me and fans what he can kind of bring to this group down the stretch.
Lane is a 200-foot hockey player. He's a typical Lincoln star. He plays hard in all three zones. He can play power play. He kills penalties. He's responsible defensively. He's creative and effective offensively. He's committed to Penn State. So he's a guy that we feel brings an element that perhaps we're missing a little bit. He could play up and down our lineup. He can play both wings. So we're excited to add him, and we feel like he's a good addition to the group.
Seeing a lot of other teams making deals right now. For you guys, you and General Manager Nick Fabrizio, how much of it was a challenge of adding some guys without giving up too much, or just plugging in the right piece to fit in this group?
You know what, I think a lot of times teams overthink it and they make too many moves, and you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but for us, we spend so much time growing our culture and building the group, and this group has gone through a lot of adversity together. So to really flip it on its head and make a bunch of changes, I don't think makes sense. We're excited about what we have the ability to accomplish this year. We're excited about the guys that we have returning next year, and we feel like this is a group that can be competitive down the stretch and in the playoffs, and for us, that was the most important thing.
Last Saturday's victory was one of the more complete performances in a lot of ways that you guys have had. How satisfying was that?
You know, any time you put it together and play the right way, you're happy. And, you know, obviously with the we'll call it a 5-minute stretch to start the second period where we were pretty poor. Outside of that, I thought we were good. We played the right way in all three zones. We were competitive. We were responsible. We had great energy on our bench. Obviously, there's great energy in the facility, and you know, the fans were really into it. So proud of that effort, and looking forward to hopefully rolling it into this weekend.
Taking on Des Moines, and there's no question how big this is. Taking on a team who's right there, same number of points as you in the standings. You've got one more win than them. Just to put it simply, how important is this weekend coming up?
You know what? It's obviously huge, but every game is huge for us now. We did that to ourselves. We had that tough November, and you know, when that happens, your margin for error gets razor thin, and that's where we're at right now. And you know, we're in a playoff mindset, and we need to play like it's every point is going to be the point that gets us into the playoffs. And obviously, when you get the opportunity for, we'll call it a 8-point weekend, because you can not only gain 4 points, but you can take 4 points away from them. It's a big swing, and not one that we take lightly.
Maltais, you've got 2 multi-point games since the start of the new year. What's been clicking for you since the calendar flip, getting back in the lineup?
Just playing. I guess I've been playing a lot more, less breaks of injuries and suspension. So now I could actually play a couple of games. It helps a lot. But yeah, our line's been good lately too, and just working hard in practice, and it's rewarding.
You mentioned that stretch kind of being out of the lineup. What was the biggest challenge? Because you missed a lot of time November and December. What was the biggest challenge getting back into the swing of things in January?
Just getting back in the game shape. That was mostly hard. You don't play for a month and a half, so it's always hard to get back and get game shape and game speed. So the practices are really good here, which helped me a lot, but it's still not a game. But just working hard in practice and getting back with the game speed.
How fun was the last Saturday's game with Omaha? You win, rivalry night, packed house. That had to be a night to remember, right?
That was one of the best junior hockey games I've ever played. Packed house, beating our rivals 7-3. It was an awesome game, and we had so much fun on the bench and after the game. It was a great night.
How much you guys need a crowd like that this weekend, with a huge contest with Des Moines Friday in the Icebox, and then again on Saturday, taking them on the road?
We need them all the time. They get us going, and they get us excited. It's always fun to win in front of you guys. So we really need you guys this weekend.
And how big is this series with Des Moines? You're right there with them in the standings. You don't often get a ton of these head-to-head opportunities, and it's nice because you haven't seen them since November. But how big is this weekend coming up?
It's a really big weekend. We're head and head in the standings, and we really want to get a step on them. So this weekend's really big. We need these 4 points, and everyone knows it. We're working hard in practice, and we can't wait for the weekend.